All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the facts. MaSa wins his set. desRow wins his set. Now, they're going to be playing for seeding, not elimination. This is literally for the seeding, and we'll tell you why, because it's very important.
Yeah. So this is a bracket group, and as we can see, MaSa did beat Jig 2-1, desRow beat Saravati 2-1, and they have to play this one so we can figure out who's the winner of the group and who's the runner-up. It's not the more regular groups in StarCraft, such as the duel tournament or the round robin. This is a bracket group, so they play through, and then we're just doing this to figure out where do we put them in the final bracket, where we have members of Group B as well.
Yep, and speaking of Group B, Huck and Alheim up against each other, obviously. But Henderlisk versus Pooh is also going to be our matchup next Friday. So same time, same place, same channel. You got to hit that follow button, guys, if you want to watch this stuff, because these guys are going to do the exact same things. Best of 3, best of 3, best of 1. And that is because for our last day, which will be May 10th on the screen, the winner of today's match at the best of 1 faces the loser of the best of 1 from next Friday, and vice versa. That is how we do the seeding. So these guys, those that have won, They are going to be there May 10th. This is literally just for silly seeding points.
Yep. So our map for this seeding match will be on Frost.
Woo,
here.
I love Frost.
Yeah. They went through, banned 6 maps out of the 7 of the ladder map pool, and then we are going to be getting into it soon.
Wow, shots fired from MaSa.
Shots are always fired from MaSa.
Shots are always, it's all jokingly and in good taste and all that. But we are going to have it on Frost. It will be our TVP. And it's really interesting to not see, again, Zerg. But that's because I also usually see MaSa in Torcraft, the other series that ESChamp TV, Delk and I, and Champ and everyone involved do run on a monthly basis. So another good reason to hit that follow button here on ESChamp TV. And if you like what you see, you like what you hear, we got emoticons, and we're going to make some more soon enough. So hit the subscribe because it's well worth $5.
Yep. And we're going to be loading up here into Frost for our only game of this
Our
series.
last game, ladies and gentlemen.
Our last game of the night.
So let's say hello to MaSa and desRow. Put your bets down now. Do we have a salty StarCraft out there? I'm sure we do somewhere.
Someone will make it eventually.
Yeah. Here we are in Frost, guys.
Yep. And we're going to be getting in here on top of our orange Protoss. It is desRow.
Now, you said he's Team Aces, yeah? Team Aces? He's from Aces?
Represents Aces.
Represents Aces. All right, rooting for the win, guys. We're teaching them good here in Ontario School. In our top right, from Team Root, the Reaper Master himself, our winner of the first match from Root. It's MaSa. I said Root twice. It's because I just love Root. I love their logo. Like we play a lot around with MaSa. He's a big name here in Toronto, and every time I see that grinning Root symbol, it just makes me want to say Root.
Yeah. And then of course desRow does have his panda.
It's not a bad panda, but the colors against the orange, I'm not sure I would have done that.
Yeah. Maybe pick teal as his player color.
See that? I think that would have went, just like that belt and those shoes, that logo and that color.
Yeah.
It's all about the fashion sense here in esports, guys. All about it. MaSa, very big on Reapers, but it is a 4-player map. We don't have any kind of early scouts. And we did see in his last game up against Jake, he actually forewent the Reapers, so it looks like an expo first for him.
Yeah, just trying to play it safe. We do see desRow is going to be throwing down his gas at 15, probably going to be throwing down his other one at 16 to 20, so a bit later. And
Heard that before. Yep.
Yeah. That does mean that he will be going Mothership Core a bit delayed, but usually it does lead into Stargate play.
It is a 4-player map. Again, we haven't seen any kind of scouts going in the right direction here from either player. So they might be thinking they got a little bit extra time. They don't have to quite rush out any kind of big defenses or big tech, but going for the expansion first here from us, I think we'll do them a bit better into the mid game, unless we start seeing some huge aggression from desRow the next few minutes.
We do have double barracks coming down here from MaSa. So, right now, looking like he will be putting on a bit of aggression, if not just to try and keep himself safe. As you know, going command center first, it's a bit greedy, but versus Protoss, usually it does work out.
Our probes are about to see each other. Yeah. desRow's just like, wait a second. If MaSa's going top left, and I've been bottom left, and I'm bottom right, clearly he's in the middle.
Yeah. So this probe going to be heading over there. We do have the mothership core now coming out after the Nexus does get thrown down here for desRow. And
so desRow should see the command center first here from MaSa. Should actually that should be up in operational. Second orbital now coming out. So he knows it's not going to be like huge kind of marine numbers he has to deal with, because even still, MaSa is going to be 0 for 2 on his probe scouting, and he's actually checking out the bottom left now as well. So both players took the long way around to find each other.
yeah,
So that will delay our action a little bit, but also, I mean, desRow has to now notice that he's behind in terms of bases and therefore economy.
yeah, and right now, you know, he's trying to get his Nexus up here. It's about 3/4 done. Mothership core is out, so not completely defenseless at the moment. And right now, MaSa, because of this pretty quick second base, he's going to be getting up a third barracks, and he's going to be getting up Stim pretty quickly. And this is a more Wings of Liberty kind of push, where you would go with a lot of Marines as soon as Stim finishes, and you just wreck your opponent.
Remember a guy called the Marine King?
Yeah.
Marines. That was it, just Marines. Kill everything, Marines. I mean, we have seen a lot of bio ball action coming up from MaSa, but usually it's sprinkled in a little bit there with the mech. Wouldn't discount it quite yet, but getting up that production facility so you can get into the mid game, so you can start up the massing again. It's all textbook MaSa.
Yep, and right now, factory going down, so going to be trying to get out a medevac or two. So, Stim does take a while, so might actually be able to get a medevac out or not. And if not, just as Stim finishes, wait a little bit, then go out as the medevacs head out.
He does have an engineering bay now coming as well, but it won't be really like a 1-1 timing with Stim. Stim will be far done by then. Probably combat shields by then as well.
Yeah, I think the engineering bay is just for missile turrets, because I know MaSa versus Protoss, what he does is that he always tries to get a turret or two, just in case it is Stargate. Because with Protoss, you never know, right?
Void Rays, Oracles.
Yeah, like Protoss, they just throw a 20-sided die, figure out what they're doing, and then there's a lot of RNG in what build you're going to be doing.
5% chance on anything.
Yes.
There it goes. Well, I mean, we know that that's not going to be the case here from desRow whatsoever, but you are right. In some of the Torcrafts, I do remember a lot of our Protoss trying to cheese out MaSa. If you can kill a missile turret, you're doing good against MaSa, was typically the mantra. Yep. I mean, we have a lot of different skill levels come out to these Torcrafts. You don't have to be Diamond or GM to come out and have a good time, guys. So
yeah,
trying to play those minigames with MaSa is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. You do get bodied, but still, you learn a lot more than you would from ladder.
Yeah, and then you can just go over and shake his hand instead of rage at some fictional guy that beat you.
Yeah.
It's good times. Double Forge coming. We have, of course, our Robo Bays basically ready to roll. We've got some observers coming, and we're just waiting. We're waiting for that egg to crack.
Yep, combat shields on the way as well as +1, so Medevac's going to be coming out here. Blink is going to be on the way for desRow, and I feel this is mainly just to handle drops, probably. Yep. There's not a lot in the air for Terrans, especially early in mid-game, that you would need Blink against, but it's a good utility to have.
Well, at the same time, MaSa's going to have Stim, so he's going to be able to chase you down. Every tool you get for trying to evade that, you should be taking at this point. Clearly, that's not a real Phoenix at this point, but the scouting information is very crucial. We do got the third now coming out as well, and ooh, there's a probe in the back that will scout that out.
Yeah, and going to see the army moving across with those observers that he has so well placed, and
it's a good timing there from us as well. By the time he gets down here, he should have the 1 weapons as well as the combat shields ready to go.
Yeah, and desRow doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have extended thermal lens on this.
Not yet. No.
On this Colossus, and not a lot of gateway buffer to work with.
The army sizes are more or less the same, and again, desRow's using these observers for early contact. He knows it's about to happen, and yeah, he just actually aggressively moves out just to try to rebuff them. Now, MaSa could do some elevator play. You can see the mothership core just kind of keeping watch there on the ledge.
Yeah.
But desRow's getting actually really brave.
Yeah, and I guess, having that one Colossus, He can fight a little bit, and it looks like, yeah, it's going to be that elevator play you were talking about earlier.
Well, actually, I think there's going to be a drop in the main.
Goes up. Same kind of thing. He is going up and
See,
or down.
to me, an elevator play is like literally just going up and down that ledge right there. But
Yeah.
still, drop in the back. We do got some buildings out there, so again, it's not really going to be hugely hidden. We got the that actually could be a very bad idea, desRow.
Don't use your Colossus to defend drops all on their lonesome because then that happens.
Well, you got one of them out of that.
Yeah.
That felt like an A move right there. A move, go there. The Colossus are like, oh, okay, thump, 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 and then in the face. Not so good. That's a little bit of a blow there from desRow, but at the same time, as he's gonna get these, gonna get
blinks away.
Well.
Oh, loses 2 stalkers anyways.
Good trade for Masa.
Yeah. And
Where's our observers?
the observers are all over. There is
That's
one here. There is one here.
That needs to be won by those Widow Mines.
Yeah, there does. But it looks like another drop going to be happening over here at the third. We'll be able to get rid of a couple sentries. Colossus going to stay alive this time.
I like that. Like the Colossi came in from the front, and the Blink Stalkers in the back was able to pick off one of those drop. One of those medevacs. But now, of course, we know that the front line is open and ready to go. The Blink forward not quite enough to pick one off. There we go. Finally get rid of those Widows. Still, MaSa outmassing his opponent as he likes to do in terms of upgrades.
I'd say it'd be in favor of desRow. Having that +1 armor does help quite a bit. Now it's going to get tied up, but
we do have double forge this time. Though.
Yeah, 2-2 is already on the way here for desRow, so it's definitely a bit in favor. As you can see, 2-2 nowhere near on the board yet, but already halfway done for desRow.
Well, MaSa is just basically, again, doing the MaSa thing at this point and getting bodies over the upgrades. You can see his cash count staying extremely low, but Mule's also coming out huge for him there, keeping up that minerals.
Yeah. And right now it looks like does have a couple of Vikings here. Stalker's going to put it away because he notices it. He notices the Widow Mines.
Did I hear a Widow Mine? Yes. Blink. Blink.
Scan does go down and going to blink away here. 3 Colossi.
There.
Yep, and the bio is going to run back a little bit. Observer, as you said, does go down, so that is actually pretty bad because there are 5 Widow Mines right there.
It's a good zoning tool here. Masa's using them extremely well. Does notice that the army is still there, and he's just going to try to bait them into it.
Yeah. And right now,
Observer now brought back into the fray.
Yeah. The Widow Mine's going to try coming down. The bio is getting a pretty nice concave on this army. The Guardian Shield not really going to be able to do too much, and desRow going to have to pull back here. MaSa up quite a bit of supply here, about 30.
Yeah. 30 warm bodies. I mean,